All the elements of radio, the human voice, sound effects, music are equalized, mixed, and presented in a balanced way for the listeners so that a listener will be able to imagine what is presented through the radio. Editing is the process by which the recorded material is assembled, incorporating all the required voice elements and make the product or a program ready for transmission. Mixing is the process of combining different soundtracks. While combining multiple tracks, their relative levels are adjusted and balanced. Fade ups and fade downs are used in the right spot. Sound effects have to be used appropriately. So here the post production stage generally we edit the audio. So audio, as you know, the various elements in the radio program, the background music, the human voice, and also the sound effects, all of them are arranged in a way, in a balanced way, which means the volumes of all these elements are adjusted in a balanced way so that the listeners will try to imagine when they are listening to the radio station. Yes. So when there is a human voice which has to be dominated for the other background music, etc., then you have to increase the volume of the human voice. Then if you want to, when there is no conversation or when the dialogues are not to be conveyed, presented by the radio anchor or presenter, etc., then we have to increase the volume of the background music. And when there is a conversation, you have to reduce the volume of this background music. The same way, yeah, the sound effects, whenever there is a need to add the sound effects, etc., while conveying the story, we have to add these sound effects suitably in the radio program. So here, whatever may be the elements of this radio program, all of them are in the form of the sound. So radio is a medium of sound. Everything is conveyed in the form of sound. Radio communication involves radio transmitter and radio receiver. So each radio station have its own frequency. Based on that, you have to tune yourself to the radio station and you can listen to the radio station. AM and FM both are analog transmissions where these electrical signals are transmitted, and at the end when the receivers are receiving the radio again converts this signals into the sound wave. Transmitter is a electronic device which is something which produces the radio waves. So the radio content, whatever we the information which is in the form of sound, that is converted into the electromagnetic waves or the radio waves, which will be carrying the information towards the listener. If you see everything what you want to convey for the listener, the human voice is recorded in the form of sounds or the sound waves. Okay, so here if you see when you are speaking, your mouth is something which is acting as a transmitter. What you are speaking out, something that is in the form of sounds. So these sounds are again carried through the air so that it can be listened by the other individual. So here what happens, the air is something which is becoming as a channel or the carrier of the sound waves from one person to the other person. The same way in the radio transmission, sound waves are to be carried from the source to the listener. Okay, the process is something we call it as a radio transmission process. Here, the microphone is something, a device which is picking up the sound from a direction. If it is a unidirectional microphone, it is catching sound from one direction. It is, if it is a what you call bidirectional microphone, it can pick up sound from two directions, which means the microphone is sensitive from two directions. If it is a unidirectional microphone, which is sensitive towards only one direction, that is in the front. From the front side it picks up the sound. If it is a omnidirectional microphone, which is from 360 degrees, it can pick up the sound from the location. Sound waves are produced by vibrations. Sound waves are converted into electrical signals called audio frequency waves or AF waves. Microphone, which converts the vibrations into AF or audio frequency waves. There is a thin film called diaphragm in microphone. The diaphragm vibrates by sound waves which are transferred to a crystal. Okay, so whatever may be the kind of microphone, here within the microphone there is a something called diaphragm. So when a microphone is picking up the sound, what happens, these sound waves are something which is creating a stress on the diaphragm within the microphone. Okay, so when the it is been receiving the stress something from the microphone, what happens here, the vibrations are called AF signals or audio frequency signals. So here the audio signals, whatever this microphone is something which is converting these sound waves as a vibrations. So here these vibrations are reaching the diaphragm, the sounds which are receiving by the diaphragm. So here after this diaphragm, when it is subjected to stress, it is something which is creating stress on the something which we call a crystal within the microphone. So crystal is which is made of, which is something which is crystalline form of a silicon dioxide, that is something which converts these sounds or stresses or AF signals into a electrical signals. Okay, so here the diaphragm is something in the microphone. When it is picking up the sound waves, it is being subjected to stress. This stress is something which is again carried towards the crystal, or which is crystalline form of a silicon dioxide, that is something which converts these stresses or AF signals, audio frequency signals, as a electrical signal. Okay, then these electrical signals are received by the amplifier. So these audio frequency waves are again which are strengthened by the amplifier. So this amplifier is something which is strengthening this audio frequency waves which it is receiving from the microphone, calling the process as a amplification. The audio frequencies are strengthened by the amplifier, which means whatever the audio or the sound wave via the microphone is picking up, strengthening the sounds of this audio frequencies is something we call as amplification, and this amplification is done by the amplifier. These amplified signals or AF signals cannot reach long distances. Okay, if it is surrounding areas, maybe the microphone can transmit the signal, and the amplifier may convert that the signals, and that can be fed into the speaker and you can listen to the sounds. But if it is a radio station, what happens, these audio frequencies whatever are produced by this amplifier and microphone, that cannot reach long distances. And what happens, these audio frequencies has to be carried by some device so that it can be transmitted for the listeners. So electromagnetic waves of 1 meter to 1 kilometer, etc., they act as the carrier waves of these audio frequency waves. Okay, so here these electromagnetic waves are carrying these audio frequencies. Because of that, we are calling these electromagnetic waves as the carrier waves. So what the wavelength of 1 meter to 1 kilometer are acting as the carrier waves of this audio frequency waves which are being received from the amplifier. RF waves are produced by the oscillator in the transmitter. The process of the superimposing of these AF signals on a carrier wave is called as modulation. When we are strengthening these audio frequency waves to carry to a long distance, etc., we need to have a carrier. So there are two kinds of modulations. The one is AM modulation and second one is FM modulation. So AM is a amplitude modulation and FM is a frequency modulation. If you want to transmit the signals to a large distances, etc., we use this AM kind of modulation. When it comes to the FM modulation, we use this for a limited geographical area transmission, etc. Depending on the capacity of a transmitter, it can reach a small geographical area. It can be a town or district or maybe a few villages, depending on the capacity of the transmitter. The FM signals can reach. In an AM transmission, the carrier wave is constant in frequency and varies in amplitude or strength according to the sounds present at the microphone. In FM transmission, the carrier is constant in amplitude and varies in frequency. Amplitude of a sound wave is the measure of the height of the wave. The larger the amplitude of the waves, the louder the sound. Pitch or frequency shown by the spacing of the waves displayed. The closer together the waves are, the higher the pitch of the sound. Frequency of sound waves is measured in hertz. The number of waves that pass a fixed point in a second. AM signals, the bandwidth or the radio or electromagnetic waves, whatever are there, they are bounced in the ionosphere of the earth. But when it comes to the FM, the signals are not bounced in the ionosphere. That is a difference. Because of that, the FM signals can only reach a limited geographical area depending on the capacity of the transmitter. But if it is a AM modulation, amplitude modulation, etc., it can reach long distances or thousands of kilometers range the AM modulation can cover. And then we have shortwave and also there is a other thing called medium wave. Both are part of this AM modulation only. So modulation is a process of where you are superimposing these audio frequency waves which are produced by the amplifier on a electromagnetic waves called the carrier wave, and when both of them are combined, etc., the process is called as a modulation. So in AM is something, again we can have these two kinds of transmissions. The first one is a shortwave transmission. The second one is medium wave. You want to cover a large geographical area, etc., we can be using this shortwave modulations. And when it you want to cover a limited geographical area, the medium wave transmissions like state, we can have a regional channel, etc., then you can use this medium waves. But if it is a short wave, maybe to cover a nation, etc., thousands of kilometers, etc., you can use this short wave transmission. Then one more difference between the AM and FM is AM can use the bandwidth of what you call less than 20 kilohertz, but when it comes to the FM frequency, it is the bandwidth is something more than 180 kilohertz. AM modulations are used to cover a large geographical area, but when it comes to the FM, the transmission process is used to cover a limited geographical area. For example, if you see community radio stations, etc., all of them use this FM modulations to reach a specific geographical area. Then these modulated waves, whatever are there, they are further amplified by the transmitter, and using the transmitting towers and antenna, these programs are bounced in the ionosphere of the earth. then that is reaching the listeners. Then RF waves, wavelength in the range of 10 meters to 100 meters, they are get reflected in the ionosphere, which covers large geographical area. FM stations use high frequency waves which pass through ionosphere and they are not bounced. Then, when it comes to how we receive the radio program, the process of here receiving is something a listener, depending on his interest, he is tuning to a radio station. So, each radio station will have its own frequency. For example, it can be a 101 or 104, 98 or 95, etc. Whatever may be the frequency. So each radio station frequency is different from the other frequency of the radio station. So depending on the interest of a particular listener, he can just switch on to the radio set and he can tune to a radio frequency or radio station to listen to a program. Then when it comes to the radio set, the inbuilt antenna, whatever is there in the radio set, something that is receiving these modulated waves. And then there is a something called detector or demodulator which is there in the radio set. So these demodulator or detector is, it is acting as a demodulator. The modulated signals are again separated as RF signal and also the AF signal or audio frequency waves. Again, they are reaching the amplifier within the radio. The amplifier is something which is strengthening these AF frequencies. Those are received by the speaker of a within the radio set. Then a speaker is something which is acting reverse manner to the microphone. So here microphone is something which is picking up the sounds, but here the speaker is something which is working in a reverse manner and producing the sound waves, and then the sound waves can be listened by the receiver. So there is a coil within the speaker. When it is receiving the AF signals which is subjected to stress, so these vibrations when are transferred to this diaphragm which is producing the sound waves. So these there are coils which are subjected to stress when they receive AF signals. They are something which is producing a stress. Then this stress is something which is reaching a diaphragm again in the speaker, which produces again the sound, and a listener can be able to listen to the sound waves produced by the speaker.